two-toned piece of art.
40% of the kids surveyed in the capital do not have adequate lung function, which means they can't breathe properly. Joining us now is Manjari Chandra. She's a consultant on nutrition at Max Healthcare. Thank you very much, Manjari, for joining us. And I want to recap those figures once again, showing the gravity of the problem that confronts us. Only 60% of the kids in Delhi had passing grades when it came to their lung function. 40% flunked the lung test. This is as far as Delhi is concerned. Let's look at Mumbai. There it's slightly better, but still about 27% kids don't have adequate lung function. And it goes on. All our cities very badly off, Manjari, but Delhi most so. Now tell us, when lung function is at the levels at which your study says it is, how much of an impact does it have on our children?
It has a very, very big impact, specifically in the case of children, because children, the lung function is responsible for the amount of oxygen that is reaching not only their lungs, but all their organs. And because they're in a critical stage of development, including the vital organs, such low lung functions and less oxygen in the body can be very detrimental to normal, healthy growth of children.
Okay, so now there'll be parents who will be watching this who are, of course, very concerned by the figures that your study is throwing up and you're putting on our screen. Is there anything that can be done to try and improve the lung function of children? Because these are young children, they're growing up, they have to live their whole lives. If they live their lives with inadequate lung function, that's not good at all. Can something be done?
Yeah. So in an idealistic state, that is why we've launched this campaign. We're trying to get all the stakeholders together to see how much we can do to reduce this air pollution and improve the air quality of especially our metros.
So there's no exercise, there's no medicine.
No, but there are many things that can be done, but they really don't have so much of a corrective effect on the child's health. If the air is bad, even if you do pranayam, you take some medications, you expose the children to better air once in a while, it is really not going to counteract the effect of the everyday pollution that they are.
And in the midst of all of this, we're hearing from the minister who says that this is some kind of a conspiracy by NGOs. I mean, not just yours, but all NGOs that are highlighting this. He's saying, why is this issue being raised now? Why wasn't it raised 10 years ago?
No, I mean, it should have been raised long back, and I'm sure people were talking about it. But if you talk to pulmonologists, if you talk to doctors who handle children with breathing problems, they'll tell you such a rapid increase in the numbers. Dependence on nebulization and asthmatic drugs has increased so much in our country, especially in the large metros. Children are not breathing properly. How would they play or nurture or grow or, study or become healthy individuals?
There were some doctors who suggested that the situation is so bad that you have to leave Delhi and get out. Do you think things are quite as alarming? If people have the option, should they really explore the possibility of leaving Delhi?
So yeah, there are people who've come back to Delhi, as in come back to India from other countries, and they're looking at going back again only because the air quality is so bad that they find their children not able to breathe well, and they were playing in open spaces there. So that would be a very harsh statement to say that leave Delhi and go. But yeah, the conditions are really very bad. They're quite sad. And, it can be equated to just going off this place, because this place really has bad air which we are breathing day in and day out.
Now you've scared me. I'm very concerned about the air that we are breathing. And Minister Javadekar, if you're watching, I think the key is that not to think of this as a conspiracy, but to try and deal with the problems that all of us face. All of us are victims.
One thing that I'd like to say here is, Delhi is not polluted because of industrialization. It's not industries. It's just vehicular pollution.
And which can be dealt with.
Yeah, and that's something that we can easily
especially
deal
the vehicles that come in at night that create a lot of the pollution that are putting out all this exhaust. We need to be able to deal with that.
Yes.
I think that's the message that Manjari is putting out. That's the message coming out of the study. And I hope that the powers that be, Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia, and Prakash Javadekar and the Prime Minister are listening. Don't think of this as a conspiracy. It affects all of us, including the health of kids in the Environment Minister's own family.
Yeah, and it's very sad that they're not the contributors at all, but they're the ones who are suffering the most.
And we need to deal with this. Thank you very much, Manjari. I'm glad we've been able to put this on the newsroom. Thank you very much.